Having faith in the guidance of the celestial powers above, we can align ourselves confidently below here on this earth. There is a divine purpose of the interconnectedness that we have with everyone and everything. Yet we need to navigate our own individual paths to achieve our happiness, abundance, and contentment in life. The outer planets are like our gurus or counselors who enlighten our paths. With the knowledge in hand, we can carve our own routes towards our individual goals. Now, with the main planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto gone direct, we have gained enough clarity of thoughts and they gently woke us up to new energy. With Uranus going direct on January 18th, 2022 in sensual Taurus, it makes us realize the importance of self care. We are bound to feel that spring in our life and steps that awaken us to new possibilities. Uranus is here to teach us to detach in certain ways, for we need to adopt new attitudes and uproot ourselves from negative aspects that drained us. Thus, the altering moments of life will push us to do better and put us on the right path. As life progresses, we must adapt to changing circumstances, alter our attitudes, beliefs, and actions. Life is a process, and our beliefs need to change in accordance to our awakenings. Rigidity and stubbornness needs to melt away, giving way to freshness in our life. Neptune starts its direct motion on 1st December 2021. This actually removes the veil from our eyes and we truly connect with our feelings and our core strength of the heart. On an inner level, there's a great deal of psychological and spiritual transformation. The level of self confidence increases with these outer planets. I have endeavored to guide and prescribe for each zodiac as to how they can handle their lives in the coming year of 2022, starting their preparation from the month of December onwards. So, in one line, start the year 2022 afresh by learning the art of letting go and moving on with experience. Herald the year 2022 with bold decisions. Be independent of thought, word, and action. Charity begins at home. Responsibility towards your own happiness is of paramount importance. Create the life you want for yourself and experience how your world adapts to you. Be the master of your own life. So, Pisceans, expect a very happy and prosperous year ahead. And as the saying goes, that your health and energy and spirits are going to be uplifted when everything is all's well that ends well. So there's no long-term planets in stressful alignments with you. All the other planets are either helping you or leaving you alone. Jupiter makes an unusual short transit through your side. He will spend approximately 6 months in Pisces. Usually he stays in a sign for 11 or 12 months, but this year he doesn't need to spend that much time there. He can do his work quickly and move back into Aries. He'll be in your sign until May 11th and from October 29 to December 21st. So it's a fertile period for you, personally as well as professionally. You may end up living a very good life this year. Just remember that leading too much of a good life has its own disadvantages. There's always a price to pay, so be cautious. With Jupiter in your sign until May 11, prosperity happens. It elevates the standard of your life. Regardless of how much you may have, you will live as if you have abundance, and abundance would just be overflowing. But after May 11th, Jupiter moves into your money house and stays there till October 29th before re-entering the second house on December 21st. Now, this is a classic signal for prosperity. Jupiter is not just bringing prosperity and fruitfulness, but as your career planet, your career success soars and you will do very well in your profession. If Pluto has been in your 11th house for the past 20 years or so, he's there in the year ahead too, but it's actually getting ready to leave. Your friend circle has been transformed and undergone metamorphosis. The change and experiences through relationships in your life has been a factor in the transformation of your well-being and your internal self. Saturn has been in your 12th house since late 2020 and he will remain there all this year. This transit shows a more down to earth kind of spirituality. It's not all hunky dory, though it sometimes seems that way. It has many practical applications. Your learnings will be more profound as your life changes for the better. The experiences you have had are your learnings for this life. Uranus has been in your third house for some years now and will be there for some more to come. Those involved in education will be affected by this. There could be many changes, and mentally, you should be prepared for changes in educational plans and disruptions happening. Spend an unusual amount of your time in your fourth house this year from August 20th onwards. Generally, he stays in a sign and a house for around 6 weeks. So he's camping out there. He will be the only long-term planet in stressful alignment with you. This transit indicates renovations or construction work at home. It's a planet of action. You need to take actions to beautify your life. The most important area that will interest you in the year ahead will be your body, your image, and personal appearance, finance and communication and intellectual studies. Concentrate on the above topics from May 11th to October 29th, and then from December 21st onwards. From August 20th onwards, you could concentrate on your home and family, friends, and your spirituality. It's important that you adhere to your learnings of life's experience and do course corrections in 2022. Your health will generally be good as no long term planets are in stressful alignment this year. Only Mars will be in such an alignment, and that too after August 20th. Your sixth house of health is almost empty as there are no planets there, and this is a positive sign for good health. You do not have to meet any need to pay attention here. After August 20th, you might want to pay a bit more attention to what you eat and exercise. Two solar eclipses this year will force changes in your health regime, but this happens twice a year. The sun being your health planet, you should understand your needs and know how would you like to project your image to the world. Learn how to handle your life by retaining, maintaining good health and good energy levels. The solar eclipse are on April 30th and October 25th. Jupiter will be in your sign on and off from January 1st to October 29th. While this is a happy transit, it brings all the pleasures of the body and senses to you. Too much of a good thing can be a problem. You can put on weight this year if you're not careful. So your fourth house of home and family are not very prominent this year. Early this year, only short-term planets move through them and the effects are very temporary. This tends to the status quo. Major family changes will not be happening. Things will remain pretty much as they were. However, all this changes on August 20th as Mars, the action planet, moves into your fourth house and stays there for the rest of the year. There could be conflicts in the family unit as passions run high. Work towards cooling down tempers and understanding your own deficiencies. Accusing others is not a choice. Since Mars is also your financial planet, many of you could be working from home remotely. So, beautifying your home offices, enlarging your space will be a good idea. You could perhaps also start some home based business. The home is as much a place of business as your office. So, Mars positioning itself in your fourth house would also installing a gym or a workout equipment, which is a good idea. Your place, for you will understand in a healthy body. Your family planet Mercury is he will move through every sign and house of your horoscope in any given year. You must utilize your intelligence in accordance to whichever house it is moving through. In regards to your finance and career, it's definitely a prosperous year ahead. Fortune favors the brave. Jupiter, the planet of wealth, abundance, and expansion, will spend approximately half the year in your own sign and half the year in Aries. So in Pisces, Jupiter is said to be dignified. In Aries, he's said to be in his joyful mood. It suffices to say that he's strong in both these signs. Jupiter signals an expansion of earnings and happy earning opportunities coming to you. Assets you already own will increase in value. While Jupiter is on your side, you will be living at a higher standard than usual. You will travel and pamper yourself in very many ways. People around will be supportive to you. If you have issues with the government, there's a good time to resolve them and you should achieve your targets easily. Jupiter is not just the planet of wealth in your chart, he is your career planet. Thus, career opportunities and those two career opportunities are brilliant and they'll be attracted to you. You don't even need to seek them out, they will find you. You will have the image of a successful person. You need to just dress your part and project the kind of positive aura. Your career planet in your sign shows that regardless of what you actually do, your real mission is your body and image and how you present yourself to the world. You need to get them into the right shape and showcase it. Your personal appearance and overall demeanor is a big factor in your career success. Jupiter moves into the Aries from May 11th to October 29th and from December 21 onwards. So your earnings should increase even further. Be devoted to your profession and garner the support of authority figures in your life. This transit shows pay rises directly or indirectly, even your status and position rises. Your good career reputation brings earning opportunities. Mars, your financial planet, it spends an unusual amount of time in your fourth house this year. More than 4 months, he'll be there from August 20th onwards. This indicates the importance of family and family connections in finance. That means you need to take action and restore faith in your family and also make them secure. The transit would favor residential real estate, the food business, hotels, and businesses that cater to the service industries. Since Mars will be in Gemini, it also favors telecommunications, transportations, and media companies. Those of you who teach, write, sell, or trade should have a very successful trend during this phase. Your seventh house of love is not a house of power this year, and this has been the case for many years now. It's basically devoid of planets. Only short-term planets will move through, but their impact is also short-term. In addition, the Western social sector of your horoscope is bereft of long-term planets. Though the Western sector will strengthen as the year progresses, it will never dominate. The Eastern sector of self or personal independence will always be stronger. So the year ahead is not very social kind of a year. It's more about getting your body and mind on the right track and getting your personal desires in order. It's about exercising your independence and pursuing your personal path to happiness. Once this is attained, romance can happen. So, for self improvement in 2022, there are two fundamental attitudes to relationships which you need to understand. One view holds that one has to be complete in oneself before relationships can happen. One should be connected to your inner core, and personal happiness and relationships flow from that point. The other attitude is that relationship completes the person. One cannot be happy unless they are in a relationship. One must transcend all selfishness and cater to others, and personal happiness will follow naturally. Now, there are truths to both the attitudes. Sometimes one is true, sometimes the other. This year and for the past few years, you must embrace the form of what serves you the best. Get your personal house in order. Learn to enjoy your own company, and others will enjoy it too. Be comfortable in your own skin first for your relationships to flourish. Your relationships will be good if you have a terrific relationship with your own self and you have confidence in your heart. You need to be spiritual by nature. With Neptune in your sign for many years now, this tendency has accelerated further. And now, with Jupiter in your sign as well, it will accelerate even further. Jupiter is your career planet. Thus, you need a spiritual type of career, a career which you're passionate about, which you're interested in. Though you would be comfortable in a non-profit or charitable organization, but you will flourish in a career that involves a spiritual organization in one way or another. You could perhaps understand and realize the fact that the year 2022 is a year of spiritual practice, your spiritual growth. That is the actual career, the actual mission for you in the year ahead, especially until May 11th and from October 29 to December 21st, is to concentrate on yourself, become the strong and powerful person so that you can earn your money and then return it back to the world. Saturn has been in your spiritual 12th house since late 2020. By signs, you tend to be foggy in spiritual matters. It's enough for you to transcend the physical world and live in a bliss. But with Saturn in your 12th house, you need a more practical approach to life. Your spirituality has to have an impact on the practical affairs of life. It must be organized and structures. It has to solve the real world problems. And you will be able to do it if you connect with your soul and realize your own follies. Look into your potentials and your talents. Look into your positives and negatives. Introspection will make you become the man that you want to be. Recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. Allow your talents and potentials to manifest positively for the benefit of not only yourself, but the world at large. So stay blessed and have a rewarding 22 year ahead.